All ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, buckle up, buckle up. Appreciate you guys coming over and watching. We're back on the Art of Dialogue channel, which I'll leave in the description for you guys to check out more and even subscribe, man. This brother's almost at 1 million subscribers. Um, Again, the link, I always try to leave the link so you guys can check out the original because sometimes I have to edit out stuff or just whatever the case is. But look at this title here. It's a long one. Omar Gooding on actors selling their soul and reveals knowing actors who died from selling their soul. Now, I talked about that a lot. I said, all you got to do is pay attention to the people you see all the time. I'm talking about every movie, every damn commercial. Uh, they on Netflix. They just, there's everywhere. Everywhere. You're like, damn, this person, it seems like they working a lot. You know, I said it's not about getting at the top. It's about, it's not about getting to the top. It's about staying there, you know, and becoming global. So, I mean, some people know it. A lot of people really don't care about it, but I always talk about know who you supporting. So we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
Selling your soul in Hollywood, is that a real thing?
Oh yeah.
Right to it.
I believe it begins with the choice.
And you know, I'm gonna try not to pause this too much, but this is what I'll be talking about, man. You don't really hear or see a lot of this with actors talking about this. So the fact that, you know, I know this the interview is like longer, but this is like a piece from the interview. But to hear somebody talk about this is huge because you know it's seen. I told y'all it's actors that are famous, but they really not that famous. You know, he's the little brother of Cuba, but he's been in some stuff, but not like, you know what I mean?
Choices you make with what you find acceptable.
Hold on, sorry.
It,
Why? What do you say?
I believe it begins with the choices you make with what you find acceptable. If you get a role and it requires you to do certain things that you think is acceptable and you do them, then you'll get that call. Then you'll know. One thing always leads to another. It's not like you walk into Hollywood and they go like, "Hi, red pill, blue pill. Which one do you want?" You know, no. They put you through the test. You know, they know who they can get away with what. People do things on camera because they're comfortable doing them. If they're uncomfortable doing them, they shouldn't be doing them. It's just that simple. That's when problems happen. Problems and cases and situations and all this inappropriate because you weren't comfortable doing it anyway, but you did it. And now you want to come back and say, the whole time I couldn't believe it. But the people doing the hiring go, I think they like this, or I think they're with it, or they're okay with it. I think they'll do it. This makes sense. Oh, they look like a natural. Oh, they're crying, this and that. They're fine. You okay with nudity? They strip. Oh, they're fine. They're good. And then later they come out and say, oh, I was damaged and they told me I had to, or else if I don't put on this lipstick and dress, I'll never make it in Hollywood. Nobody says that. They just put it in front of you. So you want to do, we can do a dress. Oh, hell yeah. They slide in that dress.
Think about, although they did say they found some footage of Dave Chappelle wearing some type of dress or something, but I'm just thinking about the interview on Oprah when he said he came to his trailer and it was in there and he didn't want to do it. So he brought the producer in there and he tried to talk him into it and he kept saying no. Yeah.
Zip it up and put the lipstick on and the eyes and they're happy with it. They're comfortable doing that. They're fine. That's them. They're good. That's the people that do it. It's the ones when you come to the, see if Omar put the dress on. Yeah, no. No, it's not me. I say the dress, but it's a metaphor for just doing things that I think are unnecessary, especially for comedy.
Right.
I wasn't the Three Stooges type of it. I'm not the one I walk in and I trip and fall. You ain't got to hit me in the face with a pie. Now I'm funny. Ha, ha, ha. Nah, just give me the line. I'll make it funny. I'll figure a way to say it cleverly that'll make everybody laugh. I don't have to trip and fall. I don't have to walk into a screen. Oh, jackass. No, I don't. That's not how I am. So it's easier for me to turn down things that I go, nah, I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that? That make me look foolish? No. My character, my fan base likes what they like. So when I get feedback on, man, I loved you in this role, I loved you in that role, and they say things like, man, everything you do is solid, like, that's cool, thanks. I've done some things that overall as a project probably weren't solid, but my contribution to it was, when they see you, you don't let us down. Cool. I think of them when I choose roles. You know what I mean? I also think about what I'm comfortable with and what I would have to compromise or not, But I do believe, yes, it's a very real thing. It's very spiritual. There's some people don't believe in God, but do believe in the devil. Well, where'd the devil come from? How do you believe in one and not the other? You don't believe evil exists? Will you say sing a prayer in a church and yeah, sure. All right, now we do this devil enchantment and da 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 da. No, I ain't doing that. I'm not playing with him. Yeah, yeah. you know it's real. So why would he not say, yeah, well, you do all this, I'll give you all the desires of your heart, but I'm gonna collect that later.
See?
And we see a lot of collections happen and happening. We see the collections. And when it's happening, everybody, oh, I can't believe they did that to them. Well, they made that deal a long time ago and he's here to collect. I think it's a very real thing. Just me being honest.
Yeah, man.
So, and it all comes when you try to figure the right turn or the left turn to make or the right path or this and that. Just think about it. Sometimes what you just got to do is you look around the corner. It's the best way to figure out decision making. If I do this right now, I get this. But what's the worst thing that could happen from this? It's that. It's this. I put on a dress, some lipstick. Now I'm out. I'm in the party or I'm at a club. Someone go, there go that punk. You this and that, sissy. Watch yourself. That was just a move. No, it ain't. You like that shit. Now I got to fight this man. We have to fight now.
Those are facts, man. Because, like, again, I like how you're saying the dress as a metaphor because about you being comfortable with things, and to each their own, but he's saying like the necessariness of it. Like, why, what is that about? Because again, people will try you in public. They will try you in public. That's another downfall of being in the industry is you get no privacy at all. At all.
There's no other course of action because I put on that damn dress. Well, I'm not really like that, but I know that. No. That's part of it. Yeah, that's enough right there to say, nah, well, then I know my lane. I know what I can do. I'm not Tyler Perry. You're not comfortable in manhood. For one, that's not manhood, but let's not go there. What I'm just saying is it's the choices you make. And then if you make this choice, that choice, Hollywood sees you've already made these choices. Well, then I'm sure you have no problem with this. Now we'll give you all you want and you keep packing our agenda. We know whatever we give you, you'll do. So here, we'll give him all the money he wants because we say, now you're doing this because this is the agenda we want to push. This is what we want to make black men look like. This is what we want the picture of. So here, you got your money. Now go do it. That's selling your soul. You don't have a soul. It means you don't have a say. You just do what they tell you to do. Somebody thought I would do that and sent me a script and said, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And I said, no, I'm not. But they already paid me. So I give them what I want to give them. Here, this is what you get, some push-ups. Anything else? Nope. We got to find another way now. We got to find another way because he didn't do what was on the script. Put a camera in the dressing room before he leaves. Tell him to take his shirt off real quick, but he changed about that. You know what I mean? That type of thing. But yes, I totally believe there's that. I've never been fortunately faced with okay, this is what it is. I think people like Dave Chappelle have, and they said, look, this is what we doing now. This is what we doing. This is the money on the table. Your choice. And he said, nah, f that. You know what I mean? Kudos to him. He survived, came back even stronger. You know what I mean? I think everyone has that moment. You have to make that choice, that decision. It may be professionally. It may be while you pulled over by the cops. It may be out at a club somewhere. You know what I mean? But everyone gets that choice. We all hope, pray that we make the right one.
Yeah.
And I saw you make a comment about how it's actually actors that's not living because they sold their soul.
Here we go.
Yeah. It's tough, man. And when the collection happens, it happens. And I don't even think it's because it's that they not here. Well, I mean, yeah. No, it is because they're not here. I ain't gonna backtrack what I said now. I mean, it's true. You make that wrong choice, and then if you don't play ball with what they want to do, they'll take you out. That's the sad thing. It's tough, man.
Do y'all hear this right now? This man is talking so openly about this. So openly about this. Because he know that he has enough money to live, to make it in life. I told you a lot of people, what did they say? The love of money is the root to whatever they say. But I'm just saying, this brother, this is what it looks like when you can talk freely. I'm like kind of tripping out because I'm like, man, he's just really saying it. Like I've said before, if you don't do or you don't follow what they say, they will take you out. And it could be like it could be not even like take you out like you're not living anymore. It could be the whole blackball, where you can't get a job type of situation. Then you see these people start to turn to you know what, and then you start to see these actors on the street, you know?
It's tough. Well, you can't, if you overthink it, you go crazy. All the things that can go wrong right now to you right now could just your whole world up. So you don't think about it. You just make the best choices because it's you got to have fun in the control. You really got to control your environments now. There's cameras everywhere. There's phones everywhere. You may think it's funny. It may go viral in the wrong content. Now you're getting judged by the court of public opinion because you said some wild shit at a nightclub or, XYZ good and bad things. You got to be careful how you engage strangers. They got people killing people off of internet beef. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
These people get brave behind the camera and then they want to take that shot. You got to be careful on so many different levels, man. But yeah, there's definitely a they, and there's factions and all the, secret society and all that type of shit. There's a lot of closed door. There's a lot of, cool thing now is there's so many different outlets and platforms that you can use. You're not just limited to, this TV show or this network or this and that. There's so many different streaming and platforms and so much so on. I don't think it's so much like, I got to do this. This is the only thing showing right now. Like, please.
And this is why I talked about you can be an independent rapper or just whatever the case may be. You don't need these big companies to make it. That's why I said, like, but some people want it. They want it now. They want to rub shoulders with all of these super famous people and be right next to them. It's the fame, man. People want the fame, until they get it and they realize what it's really like. For the most part, when you see celebrities, a lot of them, they don't look happy. You know what I mean?
You have an option on your phone to watch 1 million different things right now. So, hopefully we just learn to make better choices because it's all common sense and it all catches up. I think the examples that we've been seeing a lot lately in the news with all of these cameras and all of these abilities to track people let you know, I don't do no stupid shit. Yeah. Whether it's spiking a drink or taking a drink, whatever you're doing, hey, we're watching. And then all of a sudden, everything will catch up to you.
You personally, you don't have to say their name, but do you know an actor that died because they sold their soul?
Sure. I mean, sure. The person I'm thinking of, it may have happened before we met so that, when I just see him just kind of splash and go, it's like, oh, but then you see the real-time situations now and you're just like, damn, could they have been avoided? Maybe not, when they feel like they're really in anguish and they're really going through real life, you're going, damn, that sucks, man. But what did you, shit, my brother. Shit, what happened to my brother, man?
Hey,
him dirty.
He found success. Yeah, and he found success. He reached the mountaintop at the beginning of his career. He reached the mountaintop. It's like, now what? You know what I mean? When you're up there so early, I don't envy that. Like, I wish I won an Oscar for Baby Boy. That'd have been awesome, right? But how would I have handled that? With a new body and shit? I was already getting flirted with too much. An Oscar too? Oh, nigga, be dead. Ain't no way I would have survived that. Ain't no way. God has a plan. He know. Take your time. Maybe I'll get it when I'm like Morgan Freeman. For now, you look at the stories and the lessons and that have happened to the ones before us, and you hope to try to say, well, let me do better than that. That can't be me. Maybe I won't do this as much or that. I'm sure my brother looks at a couple things he did and was just like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have did that. But not criminal shit. Just bad judgment shit that makes it look bad. Like when he was going through a lot of the stuff, people were saying in the comments, because that's the world we live in, the comments. We were like, oh, we already knew he was a wild boy. They didn't say he was guilty. They just said, we just know wow, that's how he is. He likes to have fun. He's enjoying himself. He won. Once you win, you're like, I won. It's party time. You know, and then when other little problems come up later, you're like, I probably could have handled that better, but I was young. Or the reputation that was around me weren't people that I knew. He's fired more agents than I have. He's had different people handling this and that and third aspects of his life. You know, I think he's solid now with the people he has around him. You know, he had to learn the hard way. But again, I hate speaking about somebody else that I'm not in their skin, so I don't know. But just from the outside looking in, I can learn from the lessons. And a lot of those are, you know, whatever happens, there's legal stuff here, but you still have people making those decisions, and the people are looking at you and going, oh yeah, but you did this, so why wouldn't that happen? One thing definitely leads to another all the time. Consequences.
That's huge, man. Talking about your circle, the people around you. That was what a great interview. Like I said, the whole thing, I forget how long it is, but I just wanted to see this clip here. Man, this brother just talked so openly. Let me look at some of the comments here, man. Someone said, do you know what the #1 job of someone who sold their soul in Hollywood is? It's to act like it didn't happen. Yeah. Brother seemed well-grounded. Damn, it's a lot of comments saying he just described Kevin Hart to me. Sheesh. Hey. Again, man, you can take this video for whatever. You can do whatever what you want to do with this, but the same stuff he talking about is the same stuff I see. And he's in the industry, but I don't think he's part of the industry. You know what I mean? Because like I said, like, he's been in some stuff, but like, you don't see him all the time. Those are the ones you got to pay attention to, man. Wow, that was a great interview, man. Hey, appreciate you guys coming over and watching. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Peace out.